start cleaning up after it. So I'm going to set you guys up and watch me get rid of some trees. heavier than it looks. There we go. See if I can get you guys this. Nope, I can't. Hang on. We stuck the saw. Uh-oh, how do we fix that? Oh, we're in the excavator. That's how you rescue a chainsaw. Okay. So if you're just joining us, what we're doing is we had the storm roll through and cleaned up a lot of the trees. So it's pretty good sized trees, probably 24-inch. I can't cut it with my saw, I got 20-inch bar on it. And we're cutting it into sections, we're gonna walk it up behind the barn and throw it in the burn pile. Someone's gonna say, you could use that for lumber. And I could. But who's got time to find a buyer for 4 logs? I sure don't. have a big storm go through. Chat back. Since this is the guy's front yard, we're going to try and take it easy on it and turn it as much as we can. We are in a piece of heavy equipment. Yeah, we had like 80-mile-per-hour winds, and we got like 2 inches of rain in less than an hour. We had a pretty good mess going this morning. I have to cut this log in half. I don't know that my machine's big enough to carry it without tipping over. It up. We're talking about the tree. It's gonna be a little tedious going back and forth, but we've only got about 4 trips, so 4 or 5 trips. Then we got to get the stump all cleaned up. So for those of you guys that are watching, never joined in, I do a lot of heavy equipment repair. I do little odd jobs like this. Ponds. I seem to be losing people because I'm talking. Maybe I should shut up. Give me a thumbs up if you think I should stop talking. Kids are having more fun with no power than we are. live stream. But I gotta move that branch. I'll just run it over, but no point in running it over, driving it in the ground so that I can dig it out later. So if you've seen this area before, you've watched my videos, I put an acre pond in back here. When I get a little bit closer, I'll give you guys a gander. That was one of the earlier jobs I did on my channel. I didn't do a lot of filming because I wanted to put the pond in, and it's hard to film and make content and put a pond in all at the same time. I said there's a couple videos of me with a big cat digging it, but it was in the infancy of my channel, so now I try to do a little bit better with videos, but you can kind of see there's how the bulldozer. Can you see it? Nah, not really. When I'm done, when I get this all picked up, I'll run you guys down so you can see it. It's a pretty impressive looking pond, honestly. I mean, it's not Let's Dig 18, but I'm not Let's Dig 18. I'm fixing for fun. It didn't take very long for the cattails to take over all this. We ran, it was so muddy after we put the pond in, we couldn't get it, it was so muddy we couldn't get it all leveled out, so the year it's been drying, it really grew up. But it's okay. The guy said that he was done with it for a while, so that means I'm done with it for a while. But they had some damage. You can see the roof peeled up on the barn. But my lovely family. Gail's made her money this week. This log's real heavy. I might need to trim it. She's light in the rear end, but she got it. We're going to set this down and get a little bit better bite on it. I'll tell you what, that thumb is off of Amazon. That was the best 200 bucks, 220 bucks, whatever it was, I've ever spent. It's not the best one I've ever used, but boy, it was definitely the budget friendly. If you've ever run equipment without a thumb, thumb is a game changer. Looks like my in-laws are having the moment. Taking pictures of me too as we're live streaming. She doesn't know it. Nobody knows we're live streaming, but we are. What do you think of my wood bed? Gonna fit through here. We're gonna find out. Justice. We're just barely squeezing through here without hurting anything. Gotta get you guys back in my mouth. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'm working hard for you guys, so you guys don't have to. And you got entertainment on a Sunday night. Where's everyone from? What's the weather like where you guys are? It's about 85 and humid in upstate New York. Actually, central New York, I should specify. Wound up being a beautiful day this morning, 3:30. It was hail. I couldn't see 10 feet out my window, high winds, but beautiful now. This log is about all the little excavator wants. The excavator's not that small. It's about 10,000 pounds. But that's a pretty good sized log too. We got about 4 or 5 more trips and we'll be all done with this little project. And I will have saved tons of work. My father-in-law's got a little Kubota with a grapple, but he wasn't going to be picking that stuff up. Luckily, he doesn't have to. Generator up to a friend of mine. Some of these little branches for my father-in-law, that way he's got something to do. He's retired, so he needs a project once in a while. He's a great guy, got nothing bad to say about him. Best father-in-law you can ask for. A few limbs, so he's got something to do, but just getting the big bulk of it out is going to be huge for him. Because like I said, he does have a Kubota with a grapple on the front of it and stuff, so these are, like I said, this is a good sized tree. I bet it's all of a 24-inch base, but we got to go get it off the power lines. The whole road doesn't have power. The whole county doesn't have the, well, I said the town doesn't have power, but stump, we got the top, and then there's probably 1 or 2 trips with the over on the other side of the yard, but about an hour. It's gonna clean up though. I can't wait till this is done. It'll look so much better. Everyone will be happy. I got very lucky at my house. I didn't have anything go wrong. I got one tree that tipped over in the woods. My neighbors are all without, you know, I had a couple guys with trees down. They couldn't get out of the driveways. We just got super lucky. So I don't get the frog on the well. Oh, an inch is as good as a mile. Just barely got him. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the show, watching me work. Like I said on my channel, I usually don't do a lot of live streaming, but I figured this was just the perfect opportunity to. I do a lot of repairs on machinery and automotive, and once in a while I get into four-wheelers and stuff. I got a lot of projects in the pipeline, but I got to get some time and money. And anyone that's got a family knows that time and money are 2 things that you don't have a lot of. Past the barn. Firewood here if someone wants it, but I got natural gas, so I don't need it. My father-in-law doesn't, and there's not enough logs to sell, so I don't know. We'll go set him in the woods, and then he can figure out what he wants to do with it. If you had a sawmill, they'd be great logs. They're nice and straight, but just I don't know anyone with a sawmill. I'm losing viewers. Must be you guys are sick of looking at the same thing and hearing the motor running. Another one bites the... There we go. Back to go get another chunk. Should be the last chunk of that tree, except the stump. you guys are just joining us, we're live from central New York. We had a big storm go through and we're cleaning up some downed trees. They're pretty good size, probably like a 24-inch tree. And we're just saving a lot of work for my father-in-law. He's got a little tractor. It works, do a good job, but I offer to come up and give him a hand. He does a lot for us, so it's the least I can do. I gotta leave him the brush and the tops. He can get rid of that stuff. I'm trying to get rid of just the big logs. Not perfect by any means, but it definitely got a big chunk of that out of there. Miss this frog. Oh, like a dream. Like a glove. How much room do I got, Brad? I got a couple feet, right? Okay. I knew I was worried about the frog, but I think he's much more worried about the car. being a beautiful night though. Got a couple more loads and we'll have the next one's the stump. We gotta go knock the dirt off of it. I'm gonna leave some of the stuff. I'm just getting the big stuff. I'll let him go down with his little tractor and his grapple and clean it all up. Or if he wants to put the grapple on, I'll go do it. I don't mind playing in the air conditioning Kubota. That's for sure. Professional excavator, but I know just enough to be dangerous. The real professionals can eat their heart out, or they can laugh at one of the two. Okay, it is stump time. Stump out of there. You want me to get one more? I was going to leave it because you got to look the boat with a grapple. There's no point in me tracking more than I have to unless you want more. I was going to leave that stuff up, but I'm going to get the stump and I'm going to go get one good bite out of there. I'm going to take all the brush and shit and just shove it in that head for you. Unless you want to haul it out over in the side lot. Or do you want me to leave it there so that you can okay. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I can leave it here. I would imagine what they're going to do is they're going to cut the wires off the pole and rerun them. That's what I would. Although the wires aren't broke, so I don't know what they're going to do. But if you want me to go get the big log off of it, I will. I'll cut and open it right up, and then, like I said, I'll leave this over there in the trailer for a couple of days. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll get rid of that stuff. Like I said, that stuff's getting where it's this big, you grab it with a grapple. I didn't want to make more of a mess than I have to, but I'm going to go throw it out back and you can put it around the dozer. That's my thought. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going to do with it. I got to get some more dirt off of it, but... Yep. Boy around, get the blade out here where I can get some leverage. That stump is big and heavy. The boys to turn the power on. We better get cracking. Oh yeah, she don't like that none, does she? So this is a 24-inch bucket, so it's a little bit over a 24-inch tree. Big ass stump. I guess we'll back up a little bit and see if I can pull it over. Buy myself like a 50,000 pound machine. The little one's nice until I get into this type of stuff. big stump for a 10,000 pound machine. Try and see if I can unroll it and snap it out. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh yeah. Try and do is roll this onto the blade and then pinch it up with a bucket, and then hopefully I'll be able to walk it. This is heavy. Got it. So I'm gonna give you guys, so that you guys can fully appreciate this, because this does not do justice. We got the little gal and we got this thing pinched. This is a big stump. Just so you can see a little bit better what I'm dealing with here. I'm gonna try and get a little bit better, and then we're gonna walk it over and throw it in the weeds. Right there is a big stump. That's probably the biggest one I've ever moved with this little machine. I think that every homeowner should have a 10,000 pound excavator. It really is it complements your skills very well. It puts you like professional homeowner. stump is definitely big. I think it's like, my bucket's 24 inches. I kind of kindergartened it and set it over. And it's like probably 24, 26 inch tree. It's decent size. I'm going to justify to my wife in a second why I need a bigger excavator. And I'm going to have all you guys to witness what she thinks when I tell her this is why I need a bigger one. We'll see. I need a bigger excavator, babe. I need a bigger excavator. That's my lovely family. The hot girl that's out of my league, that's my wife. And the three little kids are my kids, obviously. Yeah, I can talk her into a bigger excavator. It's just going to take a little bit. I just have to show that I can turn a profit with it. She'll let me spend a limited amount of money as long as I can turn a profit. The bad part is, since it's a part-time gig, my full-time job, I'm a machinist, so I don't always utilize it the way I should. We got one more trip down. We're going to go fill in some of that hole good where the stump was, and then we're going to go grab one more down the other side on top of the power lines. There is a lot of there's another big tree in there. We're just gonna get kind of the we're gonna get just a big piece out. Like I said, he's got a 30 horse Kubota, so with a little grapple bucket, and he needs something to do, so I don't want to steal all of his thunder. I just want to save him a little bit of time. That stump's getting pretty wobbly. I hope we don't lose it. I'm going to be bad. Well, actually, I won't care because I'm out in the farmer's field. Other than rolling over the farmer's corn, I don't care. It's my father-in-law's field, and he has a farmer that farms it. He hasn't paid him for the last 10 years to use it, so if I run over some corn, he runs over some corn. I'm all about the farmer, but I hate when someone says, don't tell me you're going to pay him, and then not. It's just kind of shitty in my mind. Excavator is light in the rear end with this stump. I'll tell you what, that stump is a big one. I'm glad the tree took it over. And we can get a real, I'm gonna give you guys little glimpses. We start going down a little hill. Let's see. It's hard to see. The back end's up about a foot, so we're going to gently set this down. There's a big stump. What a beautiful night. Look at that sunset. Who needs to go on vacation to some exotic location? Got one more more tripping and the live stream is over. I'll probably walk you guys over to the pond and show you my pond that comes to the pond. Because who does want to show off their big pond? I'll leave you guys in suspense, so hopefully you stick around to see the pond. Hopefully. chainsaw time. last load. We're going to throw it on the pile here in a minute, and then we're going to go for a little stroll. I'll show you guys an acre pond, what it looks like. Does not have the power. Oh well. That's depressing. I'm stuck. I guess I couldn't go over that little log. That's kind of depressing. Okay, I appreciate everyone tuning in and watching. I guess we'll go for a little stroll. I'll show you the pond. Who doesn't like seeing a big, beautiful pond, right? I do. The old case. That was my first video, actually. I fixed that, and then I took it for a rip, and hey, now there's something that's mine. Harbor Freight coffee cup holder. Gotta love them. I'm all done with up here for a while, so I'm going to take this and go put it where it belongs on a lift. We're going to go out here and take a peek at this pond. Because who doesn't want to see a big pond? Apparently a lot of people, they don't want to see a big pond. But this is for all the loyal people sitting here watching, because that's what they wanted to see, is the big pond. So we still have a lot of grading to do, make it nice and pretty and leveled off. But it's all clay. But anyways, this used to all be a swamp. And we started out with a little puddle, and my father-in-law broke my balls. He goes, "Oh, that's a little puddle over there." Well, we put it's about an acre. I took one of those hunting naps and walked around it. It's a little over an acre, so there's a lot of grading to do, and we got to pull the banks back, but for the most part, it turned out pretty good. But anyways, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the live stream, and we'll see you on the next one.